New wake baits, new swim baits, and new top water are raiding our store. See what I did there? A return of our custom color Zombie Shadow from Baitsanity. And it's almost Halloween, Jeff. So we have created some very special bentos, including a limited edition Megabass version. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. I almost fell right off my stool.
Fucking A.
Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Depths, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined this fine day before Halloween, Sunday morning, by my buddy Jeffrey the King.
How's it going, dude?
Top of the morning to you, sir.
I like your costume.
Okay.
What?
Before we get to costumes.
Oh.
Halloween is my favorite holiday of the year.
Actually?
Yeah, it's not yours?
No.
It's the one day a year that we can forget about our miserable lives and pretend to be somebody we really want to be.
I mean,
before we have to go back to reality.
Do that.
Right? So, what did you dress up as today?
I dressed up as a swim baiter.
I can see that. Well, I also dressed up.
Yeah.
I know you think that I just wore this because it makes me look good. By the way, this is the brand new Sims flannel hoodie that I thought was going to be super lame, so I only ordered a few. But it's actually like one of my favorite shirts ever. They're all embroidered with the Hookup. There's two colors. It's a little bit heavier duty, so like when it's super cold outside, like it is right now, where it's in like the 60s, I can put this on. It's got pockets. It's got a hood. It's a badass shirt. But I wore it just to cover up my actual costume, Jeff. Oh,
okay.
wait. Hold on. Let me. I've got some things.
You got some things?
Yeah.
What is going on this episode?
Okay.
We're still in the intro.
Here we go. I know. But I gotta put my costume on.
Okay.
Can you guess who I am?
So, just hold still. No, show me the hat. It says, now it changed from the Hookup Tackle to Beer Sucks. Then we scroll down here. Bug Bait Underground.
Yeah.
The S is kind of changed to
It's a B. Yeah, Bug Bait Underground. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. My name is Jeffrey the King.
That's the one and only, baby.
I don't like fun.
Yeah.
What do you think?
This is great, actually.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be you. This is what it feels like, but you know what? I can't fully be you because you're super, super lame. So I'm going to be you, but better.
But better. Okay.
Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. You really don't like Halloween?
You know, I'd rate it a solid like 8 out of 10 for the creativity.
That's pretty good because we
mean?
just literally just did this as you're walking in the door.
8 out of 10, no problem. That's not bad.
Oh man, that made it better. Plus, I was sweating my nuts off in that Santee flannel. Should we get to some product?
No.
So we're gonna go trick-or-treating around today. We made a few special bentos. We have some new drops too, so that'll be cool. But let's start with our first trick-or-treat bento. This is gonna be a good one. Okay, so as you guys know, we do a monthly subscription bento, and it's really hard to get on a subscription. Nobody ever leaves it. Every month it's a special JDM bento box. Once a year we try to drop a bento here on YouTube to give everybody that's not a subscriber a chance to at least grab one and have fun and try it. So we decided that we were gonna make a special Megabass edition box for you guys. Let's trick or treat. Trick or treat, sir. Thank you. That was epic filmmaking. Here we go, guys. This is the special limited edition Megabass edition bento. Now this is going to be a $200 box. it has $200 worth of stuff in it. But we have gone around and picked some of the best Megabass stuff, including a limited edition 110 and Pop Max. Let me just run through it really quick with you guys so you can see what's in here so you have an idea. There's a Hazardong Shad. There's a 6-inch mag draft. There's a Sling Shad for you fluke fishermen. There's an SV3. There's a Jamaica Boa. For you drop shot guys, there's a Hazardong. There's a 5-inch mag draft. There's a Sleeper Gill. There's a Batra X. There's a Waze swimmer and a swim bait to go with it. There's a small crankbait, either a Super Z or an Eye by Eye. There's one of our best-selling X Nanahan Plus 2s. And of course, the stars of the show. This is one of my favorite colors that Megabass has made just for this box. This is a one-time only limited edition Aurora Signal Chartreuse. So this will be in a Pop Max and in a 110. I'm not going to spoil the full effect of it. I wrote on the back of the Bento card exactly what this color means to me. But this is a really special color that Megabass used to make in the 110 Magnum. It was a color that I have had like repainted for the last decade in certain baits because it's just a killer color. You can see it's a transparent, but it still has a little bit of pearl and glitter. That chartreuse back. It's killer on largemouth in late fall and early spring. Smallmouth smoke it all year, so no matter where you are, it's a great color. This is limited to 100 boxes, so if you want one, grab it, enjoy it, have fun, my friends. Available while supplies last, starting right now. All right, Jeff, it's time. I am really sweaty.
Why are you sweaty,
flannel,
dude?
From that flannel. Whew, that's a warm flannel. All right, don't worry, I got a bunch of these.
Ooh. You know,
am I right?
I'm not gonna sit here and cap. I like your handwriting.
Oh, I write.
Is
I
that
write like
actually
a girl.
your handwriting?
No offense.
Because I'm gonna have to pay you for a job.
I'm about it.
Huh.
Yeah. All right, let's stay in Megabass for a minute. Some restocks to let you guys know about. Then we're gonna jump over some brand new drops from Raid. So let's talk about jerkbaits for a minute. We mentioned SBOB Shad in a 110 last week. There's still a handful more left. So if you guys missed it, this is that amazing color that kind of flashes that orange or red underneath. Still a few more left. Killer Kawaguchi was the Respect Series drop a couple weeks ago. We got it back in a 110 last week. This week we see the Junior in. Okay, so this is the last of this batch. This is not in core. This is a one-time drop with the Respect Series, so we are able to snag the rest of these up. So if you missed out on the Junior, or you guys throw the Junior and you just want a killer color, Killer Kawaguchi while supplies last is back in the 110 Junior. We're talking about 110s. We see a big restock in plus ones as well. So any color that you guys can think of, from Spawn Cherry to Matte Shad to Pro Blues, the entire color line is back in the 110 plus 1 Junior that is available from Megabass. All right. One of the hottest baits of this year that Megabass has dropped is this guy. This is the Live X Model 1 LBO. Now, we have been trickling in a handful of colors week to week. The entire color line is back now. So if you guys missed out on colors like the GG Smallmouth, GP Chartreuse Back, the Rainbow, even the Fine Art colors. So there's 2 Fine Art colors in this line. There's the Fine Art Kalamutsu. There's the Fine Art Ghost Wakasagi. If you guys aren't familiar with the Fine Arts, this is just a really beautiful paint job that Megabass does on their baits. It's an extremely labor-intensive process, so you don't see them offered very often. So if you ever see them in a 110 or a Live X or anything like that, you should grab them because they're just beautiful paint jobs. So while supplies last, all the colors in the Live X Model 1 available now. All right, Jeff, let's jump over to Raid. Some exciting additions to the Raid lineup this week. Wait, let's do this first.
Okay.
Why do you think fun is lame?
That F in that L is so dope looking.
Yeah.
Is that actually your handwriting?
Yeah. Do you think I hired somebody to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my newest hat.
No
Jeff
cap.
edition. I have no idea what this means, but you say it a lot. So
I used to. I haven't really said it lately. But...
You literally just said it 5 minutes ago.
No, I didn't.
I swear to God.
I did not say it.
Rewind the footage.
On here?
Yes.
I'm not going to sit here and cap.
You
think I said
literally
no
just said
cap?
it. You did.
That doesn't sound like something I literally just said.
You literally said it. So, no clue what it means, but I feel cool now that I'm wearing it.
It says no cap, but you're wearing a cap.
Yeah, youngsters these days, am I right? Let's jump into Raid. I'm super stoked for this one. This was one of the baits that when they released it in Japan, they sent us samples. We absolutely crushed them on it. Couldn't wait for them to actually produce it so we could carry it, and now it's here. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on this. This is the Raid Head Swimmer Libero. Now these are available in 2 sizes, a 5 gram and a 7 gram. Okay, so just in case you're challenged, 7 grams is 1/4 ounce, right? 5 grams is a little bit less, so maybe like 3/16, okay? Let me show you how these come. Let me open one up here real quick. So this is how they come. They come packaged like this. There's a front and a back. So inside each package, you're gonna get 2 baits that are rigged on the jig head and then 2 additional baits. Okay, now I'm gonna take this out so you guys can see it a little bit closer. This was designed to give you guys an option that Raid worked on for a long time that they feel is absolutely perfect for colder water temps. Now, when they released this earlier this year, it was like spring, and guys absolutely destroyed them on it when they got it. But now that we're kind of coming into that fall winter season, it should be a great option. You can use this as a traditional swim bait and just cast and wind. It is designed to fish lower in the water column, and that blade is going to keep it closer to the bottom. There is a weed guard on the head as well, so if you wanted to fish it more like a worm or have it kind of hop off the bottom, there is some weed guard protection there as well. The plastic is a super durable plastic. When we were out there throwing it during our first sample stage, Jeff, we caught them all day and never even changed the bait, which was dope. But in case you need to change the bait or you guys are jacking them or whatever case, there are some extras in there. I can't say enough good things about it. It's got that flanged kind of flared gill, so it's gonna have it track straight, super sharp hook, obviously a custom little tiny blade to go with. And you can see this is kind of a micro-sized little paddle tail, but incredibly effective when the fish get picky, when they're not eating traditional offerings. This can be a great one. I'm gonna fly through these colors with you so you guys can see what they are. So this color is called Ice Back. There is a Onion Gill, Stain Wakasagi, Pink Trick. I think that one's pretty dope. I mean, they're all dope, but Clear Wakasagi. I have a no-brainer on that one. Chai Gill. The Bait, so just super natural looking. Shikoku. Shikaka. This is Juketsu, or white, and then white chartreuse. Okay, so there is the color line. Again, they're gonna be available in a 5 gram and a 7 gram. I'm gonna expect these to fly out of here pretty quick. A lot of guys have been waiting on these. We do have a big batch coming again, hopefully pretty soon, to replace it. So if you miss out, don't panic. We should see more back within the next few weeks. But if you've been waiting or this speaks to you, definitely scoop those up. The Head Swimmer Libero, available now. All right, another new drop from Raid. Griff, I know you and I were kind of geeking out on this yesterday when it came. We're both super psyched about this. If you guys have hung out around here long enough, you know that Griff is how Jeff is bug bait underground. Griff should be like gong underground, right? This is right up his alley, my alley. This is the Raid Killer D. So I'm gonna spec it out for you. It's 82.5 millimeters, 1.5 ounces, but it doesn't feel 1.5 ounces. It's like the lightest 1.5 ounces ever. 5 colors, by the way. So let me go through these with you. So this one they're calling Shikoku. There is a lemon powder named after you, Jeff, Big Mouth. T1000. Look, he has no fun. He just sits there in disgust all the time. And Bone, probably named after me. Okay, let's take one out. I'll show it to you. It's okay, Jeff. You can smile. definitely going downhill. Is it the hat? All right, here you go, guys. Here's a look at the Killer D. So even though this is a big bait, it literally doesn't feel like it feels like a half-ounce bait. It has a duraluminum lip. Similar to the GI, it has this little metal piece, so if you are grinding it and your line happens to rub on the lip, it's not going to rub, so you don't have to worry about that. They have studied and positioned these hooks perfectly to where as this comes through the water, as it hits cover, it's going to bounce and deflect over, and these hooks are going to ride with it and not snag, not rub on the body, and be in the perfect position for hookup ratio. Obviously, this back blade is going to clack. What's dope about this, in comparison to a lot of other baits that are similar to this, is it's designed obviously to have a very slow retrieve on the surface, very loud, right? It's incredibly loud, much louder than a gong or anything else we have. But you can also crank it down, you can burn it, you can go at any speed with this. Jeff, does that feel like 1.5 ounces to you? It's pretty light, huh?
Maybe not 1.5 ounces, maybe like an ounce.
Yeah, so don't be afraid by the size. We had this on a 7.2 heavy, and I mean, we could throw it as far as we wanted to, and it didn't even feel like it was much. So there you go. If this speaks to you, the brand new Killer D from Raid, available now. Jeff, you look sad. Yeah, I think it's probably the hat. This is going to make you happy.
That is true.
Is that better? Look at that. There's a smile on your face. Hell
true.
yeah. Oh, success.
That is true.
I knew I could get you. Brand new on the market. We were super stoked to snag some of these from Japan during the official launch. You guys remember the Micro Dodge that we released a few weeks ago? This is the Micro Dodge Big version, or Micro Dodge BIG. It's notorious. See what I did there? So here you go, guys. Just like the Libero, it's going to come with a front and rear package. It is available in a handful of colors. So there is a pink, there is a mushy, kind of like a bug type color. There's Rainy Frog. Just in time for Halloween, there's Orange Punch. And then, of course, there is Shikoku. Okay, so I'll take one out. I'll show this to you guys. So just like the Micro Dodge, this is going to be made out of an elastomer style plastic, so it's going to have a ton of durability to it. It's designed to rig weedless, so you're just going to kind of Texas rig this guy. These wings can give the bait that nice little flutter on the surface. They can also be removed, so if you want to take the wings out and just use this as a walking bait on the surface, you can. So you can throw this and work it just like a spook, and this size works really, really well. Of course, the wings can just easily be inserted back in, and then you have a crawler. And you can do this, by the way, while the bait is rigged or unrigged. So it's in a special channel that's not in the way of a hook. So literally one cast, you can have it as a crawler, and then if, say, a fish blew up and missed and you want to throw back and just give it the same color but a different look, you can pull the wings out and then have it walk in place. Should bring you guys a ton of success, but also a lot of fun to catch them on a bait like this. So there you go. The Micro Dodge BIG, available now from Raid. And I should mention that this is going to fit best on like a Ryugi Infinity 4-aught. 4-aught or 5-aught is what they recommend on this guy. It's pretty lightweight, doesn't have the exact weight on there, but I'm gonna guess it's probably about 1/2 ounce. So it's gonna cast the same way you would cast a hollow body frog. It's about the same size, same weight as that. So enjoy, my friends. All right, and then finally, Jeff, to the section that you've been waiting for, some bug baits, the brand new Raid little two-way. So you know we've had all kinds of two-ways. The two-way is Raid's #1 selling soft plastic, designed as kind of like a wacky rig style bait. You can fish as a flick shake, you can fish as a wacky rig. Now finally, I know you've thought the other ones were just a little on the big side, right? Now you've got a little version. So, oh, isn't this cute? A whole little package of bugs. Okay, so there you go, guys. The little two-way. It's going to be great as a wacky rig. It's just going to have a lot of action to it as it falls and as it moves. So, of course, you can rig it Texas rig. If you want to throw like a small little like size 6 or size 8 hook in it, you can. But really designed just to be a super finesse bug kind of Senko type option. So, if it speaks to you guys, some great colors in it. So you go, the brand new little two-way from Raid, available now. I'm over this one, Jeff.
Really? Yeah. It's the best one.
I know. But I kind of like this one.
I liked how you added more character to that one because you had black and red. Oh, perfect.
This is the true Jeff patch.
That's an inside joke.
Well, if anybody's been hanging around us long enough, they know that I make fun of Jeff all the time for his eating abilities, or I should say lack of. The dude never eats. I don't know what I think he just likes to make himself suffer. So if you are fortunate enough to hang around this guy, don't expect him to take any of your food, okay? Because he ate last week. See? All right. New drop here in the store. Stoked to get this one in during this time of the year. Perfect season for this guy. I bring you the Level Vibe Boost. Okay, so these are going to be available in 6 different weight sizes and 6 different colors as well. So the Level Vibe Boost, let me just take one out here. This will make more sense. All right, so this bait is designed to be a hybrid between a lipless bait. I'm never going to be able to take it out. This is great.
Interesting.
Awesome. Let me start that part over. So this bait is designed to be a hybrid. Oh my God, do I really have to take the whole package apart? Packaging on point. Take a look at this hybrid bait, Jeff. This is a hybrid between a lipless and a blade bait. So you'll notice that it has that heavier lead tungsten material that a traditional blade bait is going to use, but the body is a ABS plastic similar to like a crankbait material. So what that's going to do is it's going to give you the flexibility of you can cast and wind and fish it just like a lipless, but it's going to be completely silent, right? So you're not going to get all that sound. So it's just going to be a super natural profile. Also, the light goes through it, so it breaks down the profile. But it's designed to fish like a blade bait as well. So if you guys catch them good on a traditional blade bait like the Override, or Little Max or whatever one that you throw, this is going to be a great option for clearer water and when they get a little picky. It has that great lift and drop, and as it drops, it still maintains that horizontal position and flutters down. So a lot of flexibility with this. This happens to be an 11 gram. Okay, the smallest size they make is a 5 gram. There's also a 7 and a 9. And of course you saw the 11, but there's also 2 bigger sizes. There's a 14 and an 18 as well. So a ½ ounce and basically a 5/8 ounce in there as well. So take a look at them. If this speaks to you, you're going to catch a ton of fish on this. Available now from Raid. All right, guys, a new shad bait from Raid. I bring you the Raid Level Shad Sprinter 68 MR. So this guy is designed to be a faster moving shad bait designed for fishing from shore. So it's going to give you the best action fishing from shallow, casting out to deep, and moving it back in. Traditional shad bait might dive down too far, and as you get it shallower, has a tendency to snag. This one is going to have a little extra cover deflection and give you a super lifelike look under the water. So if you guys are fishing from a boat, you can certainly fish it in a traditional way, but don't be afraid to put your boat shallow, cast deep off a point, and work it back up. You should have a ton of success with it. I'll spec it out for you guys. It's 68 millimeters, 5.9 grams. It's going to have about a 2 to 3 meter dive depth on it. So you're going to be fishing this 6 to 9 foot is where it's going to end up. I'll take it out real quick for you to see. Now, Raid spent a ton of time to try to maximize the flight distance on this guy. So you're going to notice that it has a traditional kind of wider shad lip to it, but it's a much flatter side bait. So everything internally is fixed, right? There's no sliding weight system, so it can maintain its really quiet presentation. But it's fixed in a way to where it has perfect flight posture on the cast, so you're going to get extreme casts Great movement out of it. And there's some really amazing colors in here. So I'm just gonna fly through these. I'm just gonna hold them up as I talk. There's some pinks, there's some shads, there's some bluegills, there's some whites. So you guys can check them all out. Available now from Raid Japan. All right, a couple of quick restocks to let you guys know about. The Raid Level Vibe. This is their mainstay lipless bait. Returns in all the key colors this week. Just to spec this out in case you guys missed it on the last go around. Where are the specs? There we go. 54 millimeters, 3/8 of an ounce. I'll take it out really quick so you can see it. This is going to be more of a traditional lipless, but it's designed in a special way to where you can hear it. It's just got that little glass chamber on the bottom, right? So it's a little bit more subtle, but it swims in basically this perfect horizontal posture. So if you like to lift and drop, it will land like this. All the weight is in the head and it will stand up on the back so you can have great bottom contact. If you like to swim it, it swims in this perfect horizontal posture. So the hooks are positioned as this is moving exactly where they need to maximize hookup ratio. So it's a great lipless. If you guys like little lipless, this is one that's definitely going to speak to you. A bunch of colors, so check that out. That is back the Level Vibe from Raid. Also, we're talking about restocks. My favorite crankbait in their line, the Raid Level Crank Goriller, is back. This is a 66 millimeter, 5/8 ounce bait. If you remember back to when this launched a couple weeks ago, this is a great square bill. This designed slightly differently. Inside here, there is a weight system that this hook actually attaches to. Okay, so it's actually screwed into this internal weight. And what that does is it balances it perfectly. So as this crankbait moves, that hook actually stays in place. And the reason for that is a traditional square bill, as the bait moves, that hook is rocking back and forth also. And depending on when the fish bite, if the fish bite when that hook is rocked out here, you lose some of that hookup percentage, right? So Raid wanted to create a bait that as that bait moved, that hook stayed stationary. So no matter when the fish eat, that hook is in the perfect place so your land ratio increases. A lot of you guys have been smoking them on this. I'm excited to get them back. There you go, the Level Crank Goriller back from Raid. All right, Jeff, I'm gonna change for one last time and then let's go trick-or-treating, shall we?
Okay.
I know how you feel, and it touches me. So, cheers to you, Jeff. I love you, man. It's all I need.
You can be.
I don't
king.
need anything
You
else.
can be king
I know.
if you want it. You know.
Hey, Griff. Trick or treat. Let's go check out the spinnerbait section, shall we? Have you ever trick or treated, Jeff?
No.
Never in your life?
No.
Do you want to go tomorrow?
No. I'm a grown-ass man. I just get run off.
I feel bad for him. Okay. Special spinnerbait trick-or-treat box. Trick-or-treat, sir. Thank you, Griff. All right. We have a hand-picked spinnerbait box just for you guys. Let's fly through this. I'm going to show it to you. This is going to be a box that's got about $160 to $170 value. $100. Okay, so this is a great deal box. All good stuff inside. Let's fly through it. So, inside every one is an Evergreen D-Zone. There is the brand new Shimano Swaggy Strong. There is a Depths B Custom. There is a Megabass SV3. There is a High Pitcher. There's a High Pitcher Max. There's a Daraspin. There's a Plus Blade to add to your spinnerbait. There's even a Plus Blade School, so if you want to create a spinnerbait with a swim bait, you can do that. And there's 2 OSP Shad tail trailers for your spinnerbaits. So all in all, it's about $160, $170 value, $100. There's only 50 of them, so grab them quick if you want it. It's available now while supplies last. All right, guys, we see a restock. This is actually not really a restock. This is the actual launch of our custom color with Baitsanity and the Explorer Glide. This is Zombie Shadow, or Zombie Shad in English. So we teased a little small batch, a little quick release several weeks ago. They sold out. Thank you guys for your business. Thank you for your support. If you missed out or wanted to grab another one, Zombie Shadow is a color that we worked with Baitsanity on that basically combines our white walker that we do in store in a color that I've always loved in Japan called Haguri Gil that Megabass does for a shop there. We tried to combine them together to create this kind of dark shad pattern. Perfect for Halloween time, being a zombie. It's got the crackle back, kind of fades down, just a little bit of silver flash. You get that purple sides, by the way, that is some 3D gilling on there, so it's raised gills as well. If you guys aren't familiar with the Baitsanity Explorer system, did I say something wrong?
Instead of scales?
Gills, scales. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, Jeff, because I am the king. If you're not familiar with the Explorer system, all the tails detach. So if you want to play with the tails, you want to put a paddle tail on, you want to put an atom tail on, you want to keep it with the flat tail. Each one causes the bait to do something just slightly different, and then they literally just clip on and you're good to go. So this will be the only drop of this. This is the last of the batch. So if it speaks to you, scoop them up. Those are available now. And then also to go along with the release, they also made us a great hoodie that has our Zombie Shadow on it. Get Glide ready with the kanji on the back as well. So if you guys missed out on that or that speaks to you, those are available as well this week from Baitsanity. I forgot something from Raid, Jeff. This is very important.
The only thing that I wanted to see from Raid.
So I ordered a ton of these because I was super stoked about them. We only got a handful each. So even though these are crazy expensive, they're going to sell out right away because there's nuts like me that are going to appreciate that, okay? So they did a special batch of their Gladiator nets. Now, if you're a shore fisherman or a kayak fisherman, this is going to be right up your alley. Jeff, you know that Griff and I have made you suffer through some terrible shore fishing excursions on the Colorado River where we're up on this like bank like 15 feet up, and it's just like sheer nonsense rock that you have to run down to get your fish, right? Wouldn't it have been great if we could have just netted those fish?
Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so here's what's cool about these. There's two different options depending on what you need. This particular option...
Hold on, you need to relax. What did you unscrew? We didn't see what...
Oh,
you
well,
went
there's
so
a storage
fast,
there's a
dude.
storage cap.
Jesus Christ.
So you don't have to keep it like this, but check it out. This is a 3.5 meter landing net. So you got 12 feet to reach out to your fish. You see all those videos in Japan, right, where they catch them out of a huge tree and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get them over there, right? And they scoop it up, right? Now we can scoop it up and get it. We don't have to climb down all those rocks anymore. Isn't that exciting? And then it just folds back in there. Piece of cake. Isn't that nice? So there you go. While supplies last, like I said, there's only a handful of each, so they're gonna sell out pretty quick. But the Raid Gladiator, now there's two versions. There's a 3.5 meter version, and that's why there's a cap on it. I'm gonna knock everything down. And there's a 2 meter version, okay? So 6 feet, 12 feet, knock yourself out, have fun. All right, guys, let's jump to a brand that we don't talk about very often here, and that's Ima. When's the last time we even brought Ima up?
Never.
Been a while,
Yeah.
right? But Ima's a big brand in Japan. They have some amazing stuff. We just don't get a lot of trickle. A lot of these baits were actually planned for spring release, but, you know, customs and things, right? So finally, they have made their way. So I know a lot of you guys love Ima for their topwater baits. The Skimmer Grande, all of those return. We've been super run over on those. So if you guys have been waiting on Skimmers or Skimmer Grandes to return, this is a great week to pick those up. So those are back from Ima. A brand new bait in their stick line is finally here. I introduced to you the all-new Baby Stick from Ima. Now this will eventually be, I believe, in 7 colors, but only 4 land initially. So you see a chrome, an about shad, a real shad, and a bone. Now, the Baby Stick is 105 millimeters long. So think of this as like the smaller shower blows. About the same, it's a little bit thinner. It's got a different action to it. So if you guys catch them on the small gunfish, the small shower blows, this would be a great one to add. Or maybe you smoke them on the big stick or the little stick from Ima already. This is just gonna give you a smaller option, okay? So there you go, 4 colors. In that, you don't have to pay any attention to this saltwater proven sticker. So Ima has this weird thing that they like to take all their freshwater baits, put them in saltwater and make sure they stand up. And for whatever reason, they put a sticker on there. So these are freshwater baits, even though they have a saltwater sticker. Don't worry about that. Those are available now from Ima. Ima also makes a great square bill called the Ima Shaker. We sell a ton of them, and we see some new colors land in that this week. So we see foiled gold back, metallic IU, root beer. We see a couple of new shad colors as well, like white shad. So if you guys like throwing this guy, it's basically gonna act like a flat-sided balsa. Great crankbait Ima Shakers. Those are available. And then for you trout guys, a new trout offering, the Ima Ghost 50. So this is going to be a sinking fish in current style bait. You can fish it like a jerk bait. You can fish it like a crankbait. So it's going to work the same as like a great hunting or something like that would work. Let me spec it out for you real quick. So this guy is 50 millimeters, 13.2 grams. So even though it's really small, it's heavy. It's going to weigh about a ½ an ounce. So it's going to really cut down through that current and get down to those fish. If you guys are fishing heavier current, rivers, that kind of stuff, could be a great option. The Ghost 50 available from Ima. Let's go trick-or-treating again, Jeff.
Okay.
Okay?
I don't think this is how this works. Isn't trick-or-treating you go to the place and not have some service?
That's probably why you've never gone.
Oh.
You think I want to walk around my neighborhood? Look at all my creepy neighbors?
Trick-or-treat Uber.
Dude, I drink beer and I let the treats come to me.
That's...
Okay.
Doesn't that... Okay.
I'm going to start door dashing. I like this idea, Jeff. Griff, trick or treat. What do you got for me? Oh, a Swimbait box. That's great. See what you're missing, Jeff?
Oh, fuck.
All right, we've gone around and assembled some of our favorite swim baits as just something fun to do for Halloween. So again, this is gonna have about $170 value to it. We're gonna do it for $100, and we made 50 of them. So if it speaks to you, grab it. It's just a combination of a bunch of things. So there is a Volop swimmer. There's a 5-inch mag draft. There's a Depths Bumble Shad. There's the original Issei Gill Flat. There's a Dolive Shad. There's a pack of 6-inch Citizens. And there is a Baitsanity Explorer Gill. So $170 worth of swim baits in this box. $100 bucks, and it's yours, available now. All right, Jeff, let's jump over to Evergreen, some new color additions and some key crankbait lines. I'm gonna fly through them real quick. Evergreen Flat Force. This is pretty, I mean, everybody here in the shop throws this. It's a favorite amongst a lot of fishermen. There are some colors that have only been available in the JDM line. We got them to bring them over to the US, so it can be a little less expensive and more readily available. So let me fly through these new colors with you. This is Neon Wakasagi. You're looking at it weird, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. What's happening?
Oh, that's the sickest color I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. That's good. A compliment? Are you feeling okay?
Huh.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. Neon Wakasagi. Fire Mudbug. Don't think the same with that one.
For a craw, it's kind of cool.
Baby Ghost Kill.
Oh, hell yeah. That's actually another good one.
This is weird for me, Jeff. Gray Ghost.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so 4 new colors in that. This is going pretty well.
Wow.
X over 5. Some new colors in that. There's some cold shad. There's some flash threadfin. Not bad.
Okay, I like the top one.
Pretty good. Okay. Wild Hunches are back. So you remember that this was in the line, went away, and they brought it back in some like craw pattern, so it matched more like, you know, Ozarks, Wigglewort type colors. So those return. And then this is probably too small for you, so you're probably not going to get that excited. But the Picro or the PC5 also gets some color expansion. So if you guys like throwing little cranks, there are 6 new colors in this. There's a chartreuse shad. There's a craw as well. So this is 1.5 inches, 1/4 ounce, dives 4 to 5 feet. Just a great little finesse crankbait. But those are new this week from Evergreen. Let's talk about some Shimano reels. Okay. So a couple of new reels to discuss. Let's start here because this is one that a lot of guys have been asking for. So we'll make the official launch here in our store now. The brand new Curado DC in the 200 size, both in righty and lefty, available now. Now, Curado DC, obviously probably one of the best selling DCs just because of the price point of it. The 200 DC is a neat addition because it gives us now a little bit bigger DC reel to toss around some heavier baits, heavier line. So if you guys are looking for kind of like a, I don't know, a deep crank DC or a lighter duty swim bait reel type DC, something that you're gonna need to throw some bigger line on, it's gonna have the same profile and look as the Curado DC you're used to, but only in a 200 size, so it's just gonna give you a bigger presence. So I think it's a much needed reel in the lineup. I'm excited for it to be here. I'd love to see, wouldn't it be cool if we saw like a 200 Metanium DC?
Ooh,
that'd be sick.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but for now, there's a 200 Curado DC. Not all the gear ratios came in, but there's, I think half of them came in. So take a look. Again, there's some lefties, there's some righties. So there you go, the Curado 200 DC available now. Do you want to hold that? I see you looking at it. I'm gonna spec it out. So it's saying 110 yards of 14 pound. So if you throw 20 pound on there, you're still gonna get like 70 yards.
What's weird is, you know how the Tatula 200, it's got a deeper spool.
Yeah.
But this is like a big chunky boy.
So this isn't as
wide.
deep, it's wider.
It's very wide,
right?
yeah.
So it maintained a little bit of its height, but it widened out.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a little bit more even line, a little bit more cast control with that DC, but it still gives you a little bit more line capacity, a little bit bigger presence. So
interesting.
I think it's gonna be a cool one. It's gonna be a nice one for like a rat, tiny, you know, like smaller size stuff, 6-inch, 8-inch mag draft, stuff that's like 1 to 3, 4 ounces. I think it'll be a cool one for that. So those are available. Going the opposite way, Curado BFS reels are also back in stock. So a lot of you guys have been waiting on those to return. So again, not really a true BFS like a Steez Air or something, but it's a really nice one for like that bridging the gap. So if you guys throw a lot of 1/4 ounce, 3/16, like that size stuff, this one is awesome for that. So Curado BFS are back. A brand new spinning reel that launched at ICAST from Shimano, the Shimano Miravel. Now these are available as a 2500 and a 3000 size. At ICAST, they were basically touting this as the $129 Vanford. Okay, that's how everybody referred to it. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Shimano line, so here you go. There is a look at the Miravel. So a lot of the same tech that is in the Vanford goes into the Miravel. Is it going to replace a Vanford for you guys? No, of course not. Vanford's still going to have more bearings. It's smoother, just a little bit more put together. But if you're looking to spend $100 on a reel instead of $200 on a reel, this gets you so much farther than Shimano's ever gotten you before. So it might speak to you in a great way. Maybe you need one for your kids. Maybe you need one for your buddy. This could be the one for you. So the Miravel from Shimano, available now. So Jeff, I know I started the show with the Santee flannel hoodie. Just wanted to show you guys the two colors. I don't even know what they call these colors. So multicolored stripe, okay, which obviously, so that one's dope. And then I think this is blue stripe. Navy Storm steel blue stripe. Kind of like a CF flake blue stripe. So there you go. The two colors both have the hookup logo. There are some just real subtle Sims hits all around. It's a really high quality shirt. I dig it. I think you guys will dig it. So those are available while supplies last. Again, I didn't order enough. I thought they're going to be lame, but they're cool. So those are available now while supplies last. All right, jumping over to rods. One of my favorite spinning rods of all time returns from Megabass Japan in a brand new 2022 version. This is the Destroyer Evoluzion Spin Elseil 2. Now, this is a rod that has been my go-to drop shot rod for years and years and years. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of the Windbuster, right? We talk about the Windbuster all the time. For me, the Windbuster is free rig. I mean, free rig basically lives on my Windbuster. It can do everything, but it's a powerful rod that loves throwing like Texas rig type stuff, like a free rig, a jig, that kind of stuff. The Spin Elseil is a step back in power. So it's an f2.5 611. It's a beautiful rod. Obviously for 2022, the lockdown reel seats have been reinforced. So they just have a little bit longer durability. But this is a great rod where that little metal piece fits right in your hand as you're holding the reel. And your fingers are also touching metal here. So sensitivity is just crazy on this thing. This is what I use for like my nose hook drop shot. You can see it's fast, but it bends nicely. So if you guys throw a nose hook drop shot, you're a smallmouth guy or largemouth guy where you're just fishing more open water, this rod's amazing. It's also great at Neko rig, wacky rig. You could throw an Okashira screw head on it, but really to me, it's the ultimate nose hook drop shot rod. So stoked to get these back. While supplies last, the Spin Elseil 2 from Megabass, those are available now. And there's also some new models in Expride that arrived. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on the 610 medium. That's probably the rod that's asked about most in Expride. I think Tactical Bassin just blew this rod up as an all-around jerkbait rod, topwater rod. Of course, you can throw, soft plastics with it as well, but it's just a great all-around rod. If you've been waiting on the 610 medium, those are in. There's also a couple other models that arrived this week. This is the 7.7 Heavy, so a little bit bigger rod that's going to give you just a little bit more deep water presence. I'll spec it out for you. So it's 7.7, 1/2 to 2 ounce lure rating. So you could use this as a jig rod. You can really shine with this rod, throwing like a mag draft on it. It's really where it's gonna shine. Swim jig, like something like a big wazzy, big spinnerbait, great for that. We also see a spinning rod edition. This is the 610 medium light. So if you're looking for another good like nose hook drop shot rod, those are in as well. And then to go along with the Curado BFS reel, the Curado BFS rod comes back as well. So 610 BFS glass. So this is going to be a great one for like small little micro cranks. If you're looking to throw something like a tiny blitz or that little Picro, this would be a badass little combo. So while supplies last, those are back from Shimano. All right, guys, that is a wrap. But actually, before we wrap, I have one more special box. I promise you guys that each week over the next few weeks, as we get through the holiday seasons, I would do some kind of special deal for you. Griff, trick or treat. Thank you, sir. A special OSP box just for you guys. This is a $200 box that we're gonna do for $100. So basically, you're gonna get half off on this box if it speaks to you. I'm gonna fly through it real quick so you understand how colors are gonna vary from box to box, but in this box, you get an OSP blade jig, okay? So we can't even sell these, okay? But you're gonna get one in the box. You're gonna get a Blitz EX-DR. You're gonna get a Blitz Max DR. You're gonna get an eye waver. You're gonna get one of my favorite jerkbaits, a Rudra. You're gonna get a Dolive Shad. You're gonna get an OSP Dolive Beaver in 3.5 inch. You're gonna get a second Beaver in 3.5 inch because everybody should have at least two. You're gonna get an Override. You're gonna get a Dolive Shrimp. You're gonna get an HP Shad Tail, a Dolive Curly, a Dolive Stick, a 3-inch craw for throwing on your finesse jigs, and a 5-inch craw for flipping and pitching. So all in all, a little over a $200 value, $100 while supplies last, available now. All right, my friends, that is a wrap. Happy Sunday and happy Halloween. Jeff, let's go trick-or-treating. Let's do it.
I'm good.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have a good time.
I bet you will.
Guys, on behalf of myself and boring-ass Jeff and exciting Griff and Jamie and Carmen, everybody here at the Hookup Tackle, guys, thank you for your business. Thank you for support. Thank you for giving us time on your Sunday and putting up with some of our nonsense. I hope you guys are catching fish. I hope you're hugging your family. I hope you have an amazing Halloween. And of course, I hope you're drinking the delicious cold Orion. Cheers, my friends. Oh, you're gonna say something? The great king is gonna speak?
So you, hairy ass old man, is gonna go trick-or-treating. That doesn't sound like it's gonna go very well.
Hairy ass old man? That's how we're ending this video?
Yeah.
Well, you're just talking about yourself. It's like looking in a mirror here.
I'm not gonna
Bug bait underground, baby. No cap.